Alright guys, I thought I'd shoot a video, just update off on my weekend right now, so show you guys what's been going on. Been doing a little bit of work on the tan Benz, just cleaning it up a bit. You can really see what a difference it makes when you put a little time into polishing it, the little process I use. But here on the hood, and I don't know how well it's going to show up in this light, but the shade would be ideal for this. I've polished this front fender and part of the hood. There you can kind of see how reflection dull. So it's looking pretty good. I also did part of the roof up here. I have to finish the car off. It's just I don't have a lot of time, and I use a bunch of steps with this cheap buffer I got from Harbor Freight. It's pretty nice because it won't do much. It can't really damage the paint, but it takes a long time because it only spins at a constant speed. Also, see I did a little work here, and look, the green truck's back. Came back from New Jersey on Sunday night. Made it back no problem. Gonna be swapping the axles, paint and body work, and things like that. Stuff I've been talking about for a while. Also, as some of you may have known, as I had mentioned, that the truck did get hit when I was down there. I was away on the weekend, and it was parked at the end of my street, and somebody crashed into it. From the looks of it, they buckled the bumper right there, which sucks, and they smashed my fender pretty good. Right here, cracked my light bezel, which really pissed me off because it was in somewhat decent shape. I bet finding that thing's gonna suck. And then right here, the fender, bam! It's a pretty hard hit. It crinkled it over. Let's see. But I was gonna replace this fender anyway. It already had this huge dent in it here. It had been pulled out by a tree down there. And I have a really nice one sitting in the basement that I'd like to get out of the basement, so I'm gonna replace that. And we also got the boat rigged up for once. It's got the standing rigging on it right now, no running rigging. Need to replace the main halyard on it, but man, this thing has a tall mast. It's crazy for a 16.9 foot boat. That mast is huge, and we actually just rebuilt the spreaders yesterday on it. They were bent and broken. Went to the store, got some round aluminum stock, round tube, and utilizing the old pieces as a template, which are right there, we cut and drilled new ones. So actually turned out pretty nice. Might try to put this in the water today and sail it a little bit. I don't know. It all depends on time. Really low on time right now. Got to get back down to New Jersey, back to work. So unfortunately, not much in the way of time to get a lot done on that. But I thought I'd just give you guys an update. That's what's been going on, and hopefully to have some more videos soon, and you'll probably see some good progress on that truck. Again, paint body work, 1-ton axle swap, and Hydro Boost brakes. That's really all that's left to do on it. Oh, and I also have the overdrive unit, which I can show you guys now. Picked this up off of a guy in Indiana on Craigslist. And it's the Ranger Overdrive Torque Splitter 3, third adaptation. There we go, right here. So basically the way that this unit works is that you put your SM465 in here. You have to cut down the input shaft just a little bit, and it bolts here. This unit goes in between the SM465 and your bell housing. There's your input shaft going in for your clutch, and right here it has a lever. Now, the early units had an electric solenoid that was problematic. You could put an electric solenoid or an electric actuator on this and not have a shifter, but I kind of like the idea of having another shifter. It's just a little easier, redundant, less chance of issue. And that bolt's right there. So basically you can shift direct drive, overdrive in every gear. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, fourth. So you got 8 speeds forward, 2 speeds reversed in high range. And then obviously with the transfer case you have low range, front output, rear output, all these other different combinations. But I think this will be really nice for driving in traffic and in the city. Currently when I drive to work, if I take the truck, the jump between second and third, the spacing is really wide and it makes it a big pain to do, especially when the maximum speed limit down there is 25, so I'm right in between the two. And if you do have to stop it, if you do have to downshift rather, you have to come almost to a complete stop with the gear spacing in that transmission. Again though, I probably could use a little bit better clutch in that truck, and I have no idea on the condition of that transmission. It's never pop gear or anything like that, but I'm sure it could use a couple synchros at some point. Anyway, so that's going to be it for the truck. Overdrive, Hydro Boost, CUCV axles, paint and body work, and she's done. So guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe, and hopefully we'll be coming out with some more videos pretty soon.